Welcome back to another fishing boat video, but today we're going to be adding all the equipment needed to actually go fishing in this thing. Let's get started. The first thing I wanted to do, fix this roof right here. It doesn't really look that good, so that's what I was going to be doing. I'm basically going to get rid of this and flatten it out. So instead of those angled blocks right there, I'd replace them with like a flat one like this. So if I'm going to be doing that, I'm going to line it up just like that. Then we're actually going to have to delete all this stuff right here, and this is just going to be, we're going to actually extend it one more block. Then I want to rise this entire layer right here an additional block, so it's going to be a pretty big ceiling. It just looks definitely much more realistic. And then I don't want it to be completely flat, so what we're going to do is actually angle it out now. So we're going to grab ourselves a wedge just like this and just line it across. And I just realized I really don't like these wedges I put right here, so we're just going to replace them with a 1x2 wedge. I think that'd look much better. So we'll do something like that so it sticks out pretty far, and then we have to delete this one right here, and then we'll just flatten it out. Perfect. All right, so that's looking good. And then we have to do what I said I was going to do earlier, so we're just going to even it out. So line it across like that, and then just copy that one, and there we go. So now we have kind of like a little roof to this thing. It actually looks much better, I feel like, but now we have to fix what's going on down below it. So there's just a way too much gapping right there, so we're going to block that off, and there we go. And I was also thinking we should extend the ceiling so we kind of have like an overhang right here for like weather control and stuff, so we can be like hidden under here if it's raining or something. So we do something like that, and we'd also extend this entire thing. Then at the end right here, we would break that off and that one, and then we're going to grab ourselves a 1x4 pyramid, and then we just slowly line it down because we have to even it out. You always got to even it out. That's what makes it look much better. So we'll do something like we have to drag it down like that. Then we'll delete the extra access stuff there. So now we're left with this. So we're going to line it up even more. So we'll do this, and then this will basically line up to one of our support beams. So we'll line the support beam right there, and then we're going to continue building our support beam just off of these wedges. It's just going to be a little circle support beam right here. There we go, and that should be more than enough to hold that thing sturdy. Now what we're going to do is delete all this stuff right here, and then we're going to have to delete this entire ladder we made at the beginning of this series. I think that's actually on the haul video, so that's quite a long time ago. So although we should probably line it like this how we normally would, so it'd be like perfectly lined with the other level we had there, but it doesn't really look that good under here. So what I was thinking, we'd rise it just one block so we could have like a one block space to like store some stuff in here. I don't know, I feel like it just looks better kind of if we can visually see like the overhang. So that's probably what we're going to do. So we're going to line this off right here just like that, and we're going to overhang it all the way over here too, so it doesn't look plain. So there we go. And then is there anything else we have to do? I don't really think so, but I do feel like that's kind of too far back. We definitely need a little bit more room. We're going to scoot this entire thing back probably like 1 or 2 blocks. So we're just going to cut it out just like that, and then we'll move it back like 1, 2. Oh, we forgot the bottom of the support beam. That's fine. I think we'll do like 1 block. Okay, there we go. That'll work. All right, so there we go. We have an overhang, but now we need to make a ladder access point to actually get up there. So what we're going to do is delete like 3 blocks right here. Actually, we're going to delete right here. So right there, we will put a ladder. So let's go type in ladder, and we'll just line it straight up right there, and then we have to line it down now, and then right there. So we have enough room to actually walk behind the winch right here, and that's why I kind of moved it 1 block forward there. So now it looks better, but we have to even this part out because it looks a little bit weird. So we're going to grab ourselves a inverse pyramid, and that should do just the trick, just like that. Perfect. And there we go. So now that's looking much better. And we actually can't forget to line this, so we're just going to do that, and then get ourselves a 1x2 wedge, and there. So now it goes down, and it also doesn't affect what's down here, so you can't even see what's going on up there. So that's looking great. Now what we're going to do is make some like random stack that goes like in the air. I mean, I don't really know what it's going to do. We could probably place a winch on it if we do, but we're going to start building that. So first thing we need to make is the actual frame of it. So we're going to do something like that. We don't need it to be that long, so we'll do that. And we're going to grab some 1x2 wedges and just line it up just like that, and that should be like a little stack we're kind of building here. And then we're going to have to delete all these inside blocks so we can actually build the walls on it. But then we're going to line it up like that, and there we go. So then we need to actually fill it up. So we'll do something like this. But then I just realized we can't even walk through that. That's a 1 block space, so we have to move this entire thing probably like 1 or 2 blocks, which we can do, so that's going to work. Perfect. So we'll do something like this, and then we're going to go ahead and merge it in. We're definitely going to do some customizations to it. I really don't like how it's looking right now, but we're going to have to actually block off this water leakage hole right there. And yeah, this is definitely at way too much of an angle, so what we're going to do is actually delete some of these and completely probably cut off the top here because this is a little bit tall. And then I want to actually fill this with like 1x4, and there we go. So now we can line it up with some 1x4 wedges, so that's what we're going to be doing. I feel like it looked much better with the 1x4s. It just goes up faster and higher at the same amount of time. I'd say that's looking much better now. Now what we need to do is probably move it forward because they're way smaller and we don't need them taking up that much room in the back there. So we're just going to move it up 2 blocks, simple like that, merge it in, and there we go. So, and then we have to fill in this extra space. All right, so now we have whatever those are, some like random stacks of some sort port. Who knows what those are? We could actually maybe swap our exhaust system to actually go out of those, but I don't know. I kind of like it right there. Now what we need to do is actually make some like anchor things to help bring the net in. So that's what we're going to do right now. So we'll line it up like 4 right there, and then we'll put it 3 across, and then it'll slowly go down with some wedges. So it'll do something like that. So now that we got the framing done of that, we have to extend the framing. So we'll line it up, and there we go. So now we can actually put our wedges on it. So we're going to grab ourselves a wedge and just align it straight vertically up. And this is going to help actually bring the fishing net in when we are going fishing. So this is part of the actual main thing here. Now that that's done, we're going to fill in that bottom part there, and we're going to actually start lining it up here. So I wanted to grab these 1x1 wedges, and we're just going to line it up like this, and then it's going to work out pretty good. Now that that's lined up, we have to delete all those middle blocks because I hate those so much. They really should make an option where if you're building, you can get rid of those, but I don't even know. It's pretty cool though. Now that we got that done, why don't we line it straight across? So it's going to be like a little bit of a bridge there. All right, that'll work. That actually doesn't look bad at all. Hold on, I need to get a zoomed out view of this when I'm done actually working on this, because there's a whole bunch of blocks I need to fill in still. All right, so we got all the holes filled in. Let's zoom out a little bit here. I think that would definitely work. That adds like some more design to this thing. I think that'll work. We're definitely going to keep this. So now we need a winch on both sides. So we're going to grab ourselves a large winch, and then we're going to put it, let's say like 1 block away from the edge on both sides, and it'll face away because that's where the fishing net's going to go. It's going to go behind us, but I'd say that's actually looking pretty nice. So we'd have the fishing net actually, the main rope would be this big one right here. This thing's way stronger than these winches also, so that'll work. And then it'll drop it right through here, and we just drag it behind us. Simple as that. And then if we wanted to reel it in, we'd reel it in, and it'd plop down right here, and all the fish would go in these ballast tanks. That would definitely work. So now what we need to do is actually make our fishing net. So this is the interesting part. So we need to grab some ropes, of course. So that's how this thing's all going to be connected, by rope. So we'll put a rope like right there on both sides, and then we'll put one dead in the middle, and then we're going to connect it using weight blocks. So we need this net to be a little bit heavy so it actually does sink, and then we're going to put some more ropes behind it, of course, and we're going to keep lining it behind it because this thing really just needs a whole bunch of ropes. That's how it's all going to be connected. So now that we got the net kind of done, I built some like random rope stuff. I don't know. So now we need to actually have it behind the boat here. So we're going to put it like right about here. So this is where it will actually fall down at, and then we need to actually connect all these ropes together. So we'll connect all these ropes just like this. So we'll do that, and these ropes will be connected to these back ones here, and then it'll all just connect ever so slightly. So yep, that'll all definitely work. Now what we're going to do, so they're all actually on different subgrids here. We're going to cut it out and then paste it in, and do the same thing for each and every one over here. This is just so it's more realistic when it actually falls, so it kind of has like a ragdoll effect to it. So we're going to do that. And we got to copy those ropes and paste it in, and they also have their connectors. So let's spawn it in. It's going to sink to the bottom of the ocean, so we need to look at it pretty fast here. So yep, it'll fall down, but that is our net right there, so that'll definitely work. We do really still need to move all these buttons over here. Once we do our systems video, we're going to put all this actually inside of the bridge, and some of them actually out here just in case. The systems video is going to be very interesting. So now what we need to do is make a microcontroller for the winch. So we need to grab ourselves an instrument panel first so we can actually make a microcontroller for it. And this instrument panel we'll just put like right here for now, so we'll make it go straight up, and then each one of these will be something. So we're going to have it be an arrow button facing up, and this will bring the winch up, and then this will be an arrow button facing down, and this will bring the winch down. So we're going to put this as 2, and then this right here will be a dial, which will say our rope length for this winch we're using. So rope length right there, and then we'll put that as number 3, and then we're gonna have an override one. So this override one will be a like main control winch, so it'll do all of them at the same time. So let's continue on this one. So this override will be an indicator to let you know that you're currently being overrided by the main control operator. All right, so now that we got that done, we need to actually start on the microcontroller. All right, so how do we do this? We go to properties. Nope, we go to logic, and now we need to start making on and off. So these will be outputs. So this will be in for the winch, and this will be out. We will let the winch know if it has to go in or out, and then we're going to grab some rope. So this will be an input of a number input, and then this will be rope length, of course. And then we have to make this actually a little bit longer for the microcontroller, so we're going to do something like that. And then we need a composite for the instrument panel. We actually need 2, so composite in for the instrument panel, so we'll just do Insta, even though that means Instagram. We're just going to do that. That'll definitely work. And then there's going to be an output, so this will be the output, so it'll also be the instrument panel. And then there's going to be a an additional composite, and it's going to be the override one. So this will be the main instrument panel, so it's going to be override. Perfect. Now we have to line these all up, make sure they're not all connected there. So there we go. All right, they're all like that. Now we have to like just face them towards each other. So we'll put all the ones facing that one on that side, and then we'll put all the ones facing that one on that side. Simple enough. So now what we need to do is grab ourselves a composite on and off reed, I think it is. Yep, reed. So this will be that one, and we'll just connect it all like that. And we're also going to grab another one for the winch out, because that is also important. So winch in is number 1, winch out is number 2. I'm pretty sure. If it's wrong, we'll just swap it. Then we need to grab ourselves a composite right. This will be our basically display for our rope length. So we'll connect that and that. And rope length is on channel 3, I think. Yeah, it's the 3rd instrument panel dial. So yeah, we'll do that. And we're gonna move all this stuff up here because we're gonna have the override button down there, and it's gonna get pretty messy. There's gonna be a whole bunch of logic going on. So override will be connected to basically the same thing our normal microcontroller is. It's just going to actually like override it. So we'll connect that, and we'll just connect it up how it normally was on the Insta one. Now what we're gonna do is grab a whole bunch of ores. So these ores will be if either signal is on or if one of them is on, it'll go to the outputs. So we'll connect stuff like that. And we're gonna actually grab ourselves an additional ore. This will be connected to a composite right on and off. So where's this at? Composite right on and off, just like that. So it'll be connected to that, I'm pretty sure. And then this will be number 4 on the instrument panel to actually let them know that it's being currently overrided. So this is the indicator we made earlier. Then this indicator will connect straight to that one. And yeah, that'll just basically display to the instrument panel since that is the input for it. And then if either one of these are on, it'll actually activate the indicator. So if any override input is getting detected, it'll put an indicator on the actual output thing. So kind of like that. And then of course we can't forget to number these just like that. And then we are going to line it up. So those will just be like that. And then if we have it like this, it should just override it. So this is a little bit confusing. If you don't understand this, I'm sorry, but it should all work now. So now we have our winch controller thing right here. So we're going to connect it to all this. So instrument panel there, and then we have another instrument panel there, and then on and off for rope. So out will be connected to down, and then up will be connected to that one. And then is that all the stuff? Okay, rope length, and we're also going to connect that. All right, that's cool, but now we actually need a override operator. So what we're going to do is just copy this microcontroller again. So we'll just click copy and paste it right there, and we're going to actually get rid of this override thing on here because we don't actually need that anymore. So we're just going to click none for that, and we're going to delete that. All right, so this will be the override one. So we'll connect that to override, and this should actually override that system right there, and it'll indicate if it is. And I think we got everything connected, so it should all work. Yep. All right, let's go ahead, spawn it in and test it. So as you can see, we have the rope connected to our actual weight stuff right here. That's definitely an issue. Okay, we'll fix that in a bit here. But so if we do winch out, it will actually extend the rope. We need to put it on toggle so we don't have to keep holding it. I don't want to hold it while we're extending it, but that does work. And then we're going to do rope in, and then we can do rope in from this one, and it'll actually bring it in, and it'll say you're getting overridden by the main operator. So this will be the main operator controller right here, which will be in the captain's quarters or somewhere out here. I don't know. Maybe we should have multiple. That'd be pretty hard, but we'll figure it out. Now that we know that works, we're going to actually bring this rope in because this was definitely an issue. It was like sitting right next to our propeller. If we actually started this boat up, it'd probably completely like destroy this thing. So let's spawn it in and actually see if it's a little bit closer. And oh, we forgot to connect. All right, so there we go. We got our rope right there. We're going to bring it in because it's definitely hanging too low. So we're going to use override for it. So rope in, and it brought it straight to that. Okay, that's definitely a little bit too close, but we'll have like something for that. So let's bring it back here and start working on it. So I want a rope controller for each and every one of these ropes. So that means we need to make 2 more of those. We'll just copy it over. We're definitely not going to rebuild all that. So what we're going to do is just click that, click copy, and paste it twice, 2 more times. So I'll just paste it 2 more times. We'll merge it into the same thing. And there we go. But that means we need 2 more microcontrollers. So we'll put those in our microcontroller room, obviously, once we're done with this. So we'll connect this left one here to the closest one, which will be Insta, and then that one Insta, and then we'll just connect this. All right, so we have all these connected to our new winches over there. So we'll click composite, and then we'll go to override, and we'll connect it to the master key right here. So this is the master one, and I think that's all we got. So that should all work. And we also connected the ropes to this. So now, oh, there we go. All right, that's better. So let's do winch in on the master. So winch in, and it'll all go sync right there. And now that it's actually in, perfect. So this is exactly where we want it, where all the fish would drop in at. And then if we bring it all the way in, it'll really bring it in. And oh yeah, perfect. So it's right above these fish tanks, which we can put our fish in. And then if we click lower, I'm really hoping it just goes straight into the water. Lowering it is, we're clicking down right now, or yep, we're clicking out right now. It is lowering it, but is it going to go in the water? It isn't. How do we fix that? Hold on, I bet if we're driving, it would actually work. So that's our net right there. We're going to start this thing up, and I feel like if we're driving, all the momentum would actually push the net back. If we're lowering it, oh yeah, so if we bring it in and lower it, it should definitely work. So we have our clutch at 60. This is all normal procedure. We'll bring that down so it's more stable in the water here. There we go. So we are pretty pitched down now. And now what we're gonna do is bring the winch all the way in, and it'll actually tighten this thing to the max so I don't hear any more winches. You can already see it leaning towards the back. Now if we actually lower it here, it should just go straight into the water, and it looks like it's doing that. Hold on, we're gonna keep lowering it, and there we go. It is lowered in the water, and this is working. We definitely have way too much rope on that though. We're gonna have to figure that out. Then I found something off Workshop. We got some fishing rods now. We should probably add these just in case our main net breaks, so I don't know where we should even put these at. I feel like up here would be a good spot, so we'll put one right there. And then we're gonna add another one just so a crew member can go fishing, and just like that. These won't actually work. We can't lift them off the ground. So actually maybe we could. Hold on, let's spawn it in and see if they actually fall off if we do. So they are loose, so we can like kind of move them here. Honestly, why don't we just leave them there? That'd definitely work. Why don't we make like a little station right here that controls the anchor? So we'll put like the 3 microcontrollers like right here or something, and then they can control them, and it's like in a pretty good spot so they can actually see it. So we're gonna do that. So we're just gonna copy these, and of course we can't forget to actually name these anchor ins and outs so we know which one we're actually operating. So that's what we're going to do now. There we go. Now that we got all those done, we're going to kind of even it out here, and then we need like a main place for this main controller. So I think we'll just put it right next to it right there. All right, so let's go ahead and test this out. So we have our actual rope length right here of the main rope, just so we have that. I feel like it's definitely too low. We definitely need to make it higher. Probably put it maybe, I don't even know. I don't really like having to crouch down. Then rope in, we'll bring it in, and then it'll get stuck on our rudder because we are not driving. Okay, so we do have to kind of be driving for this to actually work, but to actually fix this situation we can do out on some of them. And there we go. See, it kind of fixed itself, but it rubber banded pretty bad. So let's bring it back in here, see if it fixes itself. And there it goes, it fixed itself, and I hear some major sirens going off. Oh gosh. All right, so what I did is I raised it, so now it's definitely looking much better. We can control it like this, and we can kind of see it too. So let's bring it in now, and it's probably gonna get stuck on our rudder, but that's fine. We know that this works, so that's great. Everything's working. That's probably gonna be it for this video though. We added a whole bunch of fishing nets and equipment to this thing, but let me know what we should add next in the comments, of course. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, hit that bell, join the Discord, link is in the description. But thanks for watching, and goodbye.